Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Mandy, and I like to talk about makeup panning, and things in my real life. Today I have an update for Throwback 30, so stay tuned. Alright, this is Throwback 30. It is a Pantastic Ladies Collab group project, and it was created by Jessica Lee. It started on July 28th of 2022 and goes until July 28th of 2023. It is all about taking projects that have been in the Pantastic Ladies Collab group, 30 of them that were voted on by the members, and bringing them all into one project where you do one prompt from each of the 30 projects, because we can't do every single project. So this is, you can do them all, bring them all in at once, or rolling style, roulette, however you want. I've been doing it roulette. I've been a little bit slow, so we're going to pick up the pace a little bit today. But let's talk about first the things that have already been in the project, what I'm working on currently, and what can roll out. First project I am working on is for 4 Seasons Project Pan. I brought in something for summer, and for that I brought in my Ulta Beauty Facial Setting Spray with SPF 50. Don't think it's a great setting spray. It's quite oily, but I have been using it as a sunscreen after all my skincare, and my goal is to use it up, and there is just a little bit left, maybe 1 or 2 more uses. I was hoping today's use would be enough to finish it, but alas, there's still some in here without really drenching myself in this oily product that smells like spearmint. It has spearmint oil in it, which is refreshing, but I don't think it's something that's feasible. Any mint product is feasible for a spray that you're spraying on your face, because on your lips, in your eyes, not a good thing for it. But yeah, 1 or 2 more uses to go on that, and that will definitely be done by the next update. I thought about calling it quits today and considering it done, but it doesn't really matter, so I'm going to keep using it anyway, and it'll be done for the next update. The next project is for 50 Shades of Purple, and for that I brought in my Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Activating Mousse. My goal was to use it 10 times, and I have actually used it 12. I kept track after I met my 10 use goal just to see. As the last update, I had used it 8 times, and I needed 2 more times, so I've used it 4 times since then. And it's getting close too. Yeah, I don't have it in today. I just washed my hair and put in leave-in conditioner and let it air dry to see what it looked like. I like this, but I sometimes get too much and it ends up making my hair extra crispy, and I don't like that, and then later I feel like I have too much product in my hair. So I'm trying to figure out either a better way to use this or another product to work better. But for this project, it is a goal met. Next is the project Next is the project 7 Deadly Pans. My mouth does not want to work. I brought in, this is all about the 7 Deadly Sins, and I brought in Vanity, which was depicted as a woman in purple. And so for that, I brought in a shade from my Corpse Bride palette. The shade is called Beautiful, because if you're vain, you may think you're beautiful, and it is a purple shade right there. My goal is to use it 8 times, and as the last update, I used it once, and I have used it once since then. That was today. There is a swatch of it there. It is a blue-based purple. In my eye look today, it is the base for the purple in the outer corner of my look. And so far, 2 uses. So I have 6 more uses to go. I need to get a roll on that. I keep saying I'll focus on it in the next month, and I don't. So we'll get to it this month, I'm sure. Yeah. All right, next was one that came in, I think, at the beginning, and is still here, but I finally did focus in and meet my goal. It is another eyeshadow. This is for Beauty A to Z, and I rolled the letter L. So I'm brought in my Aether Beauty Moonlight Crystal palette, and I've been working on the shade Libra, which is this green one right here. My goal was to use it 7 times. Like I said, I brought this in the beginning, back in July. I finally met my goal on it. I am wearing it today. That is the green that is in the inner half, and there is a swatch of it there. It is a nice metallic. It works best either wet or foiled, or with, today I used glitter glue and seems to work quite nicely. So finally met my 7 use goal. At the last update, it looks like I'd only used it twice. So over the last month, I've used it 5 times. I focused and used it. Anyway, it is a goal met and rolling out of the project. Okay. Keep all these products separated. All right. Next one I'm working on is for Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire. For that, I chose the prompt Bludger, which is something black. Couldn't find it for a second. I brought in this eyeliner from Tenise. It is their Divine Calo Kajal pencil, and it is just a basic black creamy eyeliner. The thing I found out, there's what it looks like. The thing I found out is it is quite a thick eyeliner, and it doesn't have like a built-in sharpener in the end. So yeah, I had to use a sharpener from my lip pencil to get a nice point on it, but otherwise I don't. But it is a nice creamy black formula. I am wearing it today on my upper lash line, and I tight lined with it. I'm getting used to doing that, so we'll see. I brought this in for 15 uses, and so far I brought this in last update, and over the last month I've used it 11 times, including today. So I have 4 more uses left to go on that, and that's not going to be a problem. It is a lovely black eyeliner. So yeah, enjoy using that, and we're going to keep going with it. Next was for the project Lip Service, and that is to work on any lip product. So for that, I brought in a gloss from LCB in the shade Romantic, and my goal was to finish it. At the last update, I used it 15 times, and I was really close. I did pull the stopper out and scraped as much as I could. There's a little bit down there at the bottom, but I can't reach it with the dough foot, and I'm not going to put a spatula in there to try and scrape it to the sides. So in total, I used this 18 times in this project, and it is finished. So another goal met. All right, so that's 3 goals met so far. Doing good. All right, next is for the prompt Pan as Old as Time. Sorry, I think I just started an exercise program, and I think I tweaked my neck. Anyway, for Pan as Old as Time, that it was a Pantastic Ladies Pan That palette theme from a couple years ago, and it is to work on an oldest palette. I think this one was from the beginning as well. And I chose to work on my Maybelline City Mini palette. I brought in the purple shade in here, which is this one right here, to use 30 times. And as of the last update, I had used it 27. I had 3 more uses to go this month, and I did meet my goal on that. That is it on the bottom. It is very grayed out purple. You can see in the pan, it definitely looks purple, but when you swatch it, it turns very gray. So, yeah, and there's a slight purple shimmer to it, but it doesn't come across in the swatches when you put it on your eye. So I don't know, but I did get my 30 uses out of that, and that is rolling out of the project as well. I'm setting things on the floor next to me in case you're wondering why I keep disappearing. Alright, next is for the Golden Girls Project Pan, and the prompt for that is out on the lanai, something that is skincare or body care that leaves you glowing. And I brought in my Onyx Bathhouse Foaming Body Scrub in Hot Mess Express. My goal was to use half or finish. I decided to finish it. And this is what we're looking like. There is not a lot left. Over the last month, I used it a whopping 4 times. That is the most I've used it in any one month. I did scoop some of this out. That's why it kind of looks very flat. I scooped some out with a spatula and put it into a smaller jar to take with me while I'm pet sitting, and that's why I got so much use on it. I am hoping to have this done by the finale. We'll see. Otherwise, it'll be really close, but I do enjoy this, and I was at TJ Maxx the other day and almost picked up another one and went, no, I gotta finish this one first. I'm really good about that. I don't buy things unless I absolutely need them. All right. Winding down. Where is... I forgot a product. One moment. All right, and the next project I was working on was Tiny Pans, and that was another Pantastic Ladies Pan That Palette theme, where you'd work on a palette with the smallest product per pan. I'm guessing, but I went with my Riviera palette from ABH, and I randomly selected the shade Coastline, which is this one right here. And honestly, I haven't used it since the last update. I've used it once. My goal is to use it 5 times. I've used it once, and I will give you a swatch of it. It is a peachy orange shade, and that is what that looks like there. It is just a shade I haven't gotten into the routine to using, and I've only rolled it in a couple months ago, so it hasn't really hit my rotation of palette use yet, but I definitely think I can get 4 more uses on that rather easily. The next project was for Turn and Burn, and that is to work on samples and deluxe size products. And I decided to bring in 5 samples that I had received from Allie as a gift. I just remembered I forgot one. So I randomly selected 5 samples from a bag of samples that she sent to me, and I had first a set of eye patches, which I have not used yet, but I am planning to use those. And then I had, from Drunk Elephant, I had samples of the Proteiny Polypeptide Cream and the Proteiny Polypeptide Power Peptide Serum. I used both of those. I had from Peter Thomas Roth the Water Drench Hydrating Moisturizer. That was really nice. I enjoyed it. And then from Dam Dam, I had the Moki Moki Luminous Cream. I didn't realize it was luminous. I didn't really see anything luminous about it, but I used it. So 4 out of the 5 samples have been used up. So I will get these eye patches used in the next month, and that will be a goal complete. And then finally is another eyeshadow. I'm trying not to put eyeshadows in projects, but I have more eyeshadows than most other products. So the final project I was currently working on is the Zodiac Project Pan, and I rolled in Capricorn because I'm a Capricorn, why not? And I chose a subdued dark green, and I chose this shade here, number 12, from the I Heart Revolution Mermaid's Heart palette. And we'll swatch it right there. It is just a murky, dark olive drab green. And my goal is to use it 10 times. Over the last month, I've used it once. Yeah, I only got around to it once, but that was 1 more than I had gotten to previously, so 9 more uses to go on that, and a lot more use to get out of that palette. So that's all the products I'm currently been working on. And I'll quickly wipe these swatches off. That eyeliner likes to stay put. All right. So since we are approaching the end of the project, it looks like I have 9 projects prompts that have not been touched yet. So I'm going to bring in 5 new project prompts. Does that make sense? And I'm just going to go, instead of randomly selecting them, I'm just going down the list from the top to the bottom and bringing them in. So the first one is for the 12 days of Christmas. I chose 9 ladies dancing. And for that, I am bringing in my Medusa's Makeup Disco Queen, because a lady dancing is a disco queen. Lip gloss in Bad Girls. This is their Extreme Sparkle. If you've been around for a while, you've probably seen me have this before. It is just a very sheer pinky gloss with some purple iridescent sparkles in it. And I am bringing that in for 12 uses because of the 12 days of Christmas. The next prompt is for the project 50 Shades of Green. And for that, I am bringing in this sample from Mario Badescu. It is the Vitamin C Serum, and there's a little sample there. It is green package, and I am going to use that up. Bring that into finish. Okay, moving on. The next project is for Budget Beauty. And for that, I am bringing in a lip gloss from e.l.f. This is their lip lacquer, and this is in Mauve Glitz. And I have never worn this one. I didn't even open it until I brought it into this project. And it's sheer. So this is what it looks like in the tube, kind of a coppery color. And it is swatched. You can kind of see it. It's a little bit there. Sort of a peachy color right there on my hand. I am bringing that in for 10 uses because Budget Beauty is the 10th project in the list. Gotta have some reason. Or not. Next project is the Drop 10 before summer. And that is to bring in a summer-themed item. So I decided to go with my Alba Botanicals Coconut and Lime Shave Cream, which you may have seen in my 50 Shades of Green last year that I didn't meet my goal on. And I figured this is summer-themed because coconut and lime is very summery, but also it's shave cream. And in the summer, you tend to shave a lot more frequently. Most people, anyway. Some people. Let's say some people. Anyway, I want to try to use this 10 times. We'll see. I think I am shaving more frequently, so we will bring this in for 10 uses, and hopefully I can use it that many times before the project is over. And then finally, the last project I am bringing in is Let's Get Loose. That is a project where you work on any loose powder product. And I could only find one in my collection, so I decided to bring in my Koki setting powder in translucent. This is something I believe I got from Ipsy. It's not even open that I'm aware of. Oh, I guess it is open. Maybe I've used it. It's not sealed anyway, but it is a translucent setting powder, and I am bringing it in to use 10 times because 10 is a good number. Just because 10 is a good number. No other reason. This I'm bringing in 10 times because it dropped 10 before summer, and this was just 10 because 10 is a good number. It's a good round number. So that is everything for today's update. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below telling me what you think of this, what you're doing, how you're doing, what's your favorite color. And until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I'll see you later. Bye.